Alright, welcome to my channel. It's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I'm going through my scraps, and I've decided it's time. It's time to make a just journal that is, you know, scrap papers like this that I need to use them up. I have a bunch that have been sitting here for ages and ages. This is not colors I go for, but somebody might find these exceedingly fun to use. Do I want to cut that off or not? Yeah, it's interesting. We'll leave it on there. So I'm going to make a scrappy journal, and it's going to be a Powsy Wowsy one apparently. It's not going to be all purple and pink, but there sure is some purple and pink in it right now. Just want to get these purple and pink pages out of my stuff. So this is going to be a crazy, a lot of these are thick too, so it could be a fun little journal. Let's see, what else do we have? We also have these green pages, which are bright. Nothing wrong with bright. I don't have a problem with bright. Just have a problem that with these things having been in my stash for ages and ages and ages. That's the problem I've got. I was doing a bunch of bright stuff a while back, and I never did anything with them. So that's happening today, because I have something else I should be doing. So of course I'm going to be, where'd my box of scraps fell? Of course I'm going to be doing something like this. Have a little blank space for the, that's just not the right pink. I can't do that to ya. Okay, yellow will work. That's not going to work. Let's see, that's got a lot of red. Let's see this. That might work. Shell, is this what you had? Something like that? Shell doesn't watch my channel. That's alright. Alright, let's see. Do you want to see what's in my box? Lots of stuff. That. Let's see, is this already glued? That could work as a pocket somewhere. That is... See, that might be cute on a page somewhere. Let's see, these aren't really the style necessarily, but there is that color in there. Yellow, maybe. Green, maybe. Could even put a little dark blue in there. Alright, now we have just a bunch of, see, maybe we'll make it Hello Kitty. We do have some Hello Kitty stuff. Could be a Powsy Wowsy Hello Kitty-ish. See, that's yellow. That'll be another color. These could be little other pieces that could be part of it. That could be just, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I'll do something. That's a finished piece of ephemera. Finished piece of ephemera. There's a piece that's fun. Oh, see, we've got pieces from another kit too. And we've got this purple page here. Yeah, you can see some of that. Got a very purple page here. Let's just do something with it. This is the struggle for me, is that this is, I like to play with these colors, but I don't necessarily like to make things with these colors. So, let's go ahead and make something. Nothing wrong with these colors. I have nothing against them. Just not what I'm going to, that's all. Happiness is a butterfly when pursued is just out of grasp. Don't know where there might have been a butterfly that went with that poem, but doesn't really go with the aesthetic, not that matters. But I have more. Hold on, there's Toodle. There's Hello Kitty. Let's just make it Hello Kitty. I had a book, cut pictures out of the book. And they've been sitting here waiting for something. Waiting for their life. Rubber duckies for fun. Cows. Cow and a chicken. I guess we'll save the cows for a funky, funky, just for funky. Oh my lord. Alright, we need a cover. That is the thing. Alright, this is my biggest piece of paper, and that is not so pretty. Probably. So I might use this to die cut some stuff. That's what we might save that for. This, maybe if we cut it, it'll be nicer, but it doesn't matter. This is beet juice. Does it go with the other colors at all? A little bit even? Yeah, a little bit. Gives us some breathing space. Alright, let's mix up some of the multicolored with some singular colored. And add these in here and there. And then I might want, maybe not plain, but something that's a little bit more, what's the word I want? Just, you gotta give your eyes some breathing room. You can't just have all these crazy pages everywhere, right? Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna be colorful, people. It's going to be a super colorful journal. See? I've got other greens in there. I think we're going to have to do more than one signature, though. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think we're at our max. Just that one in the middle so I have a more solid piece in the middle. And the other pieces I'll use for tags. And what do we think? Is that going to be too thick? I think if it's one signature, it will be okay. So I need to figure out a cover. Cover. I don't need a real big cover. Alright, let me think on this for a minute. Now I know my size. Okay, cut a piece of packaging down, which just happens to have this cute little purple sticker on there, so that's nice. And then I have this You Can Make Collage book by Eric Carlisle. It pulled out some papers that have similar colors to what's inside. So, alright, see, one of those papers is like emitting glitter everywhere. That's what I'm getting everywhere, is just glitter. They're pearlescent. Alright, I think I do want to put a piece of this in the book. Or maybe a piece of one of these. And then I'm also going to use some on the outside too. Because they're thin, so they'll be alright. Whoops. I'm going to tear it too. Alright. Now, I'm going to rip this one in half so I can use it in a couple places. And I'm going to wrinkle it up and just glue it on there. Let's just go ahead and do this one as well. Wrinkling them up. And this one, I'm wrinkling it up. And this one, I'm wrinkling it up. And if I use those at all, I'm going to wrinkle them up. So, do I want to do, I think that's not going to show through, so we're okay. Glue, I need glue. I just had glue. You know that? I just opened one. Here it is. Alright. I'm going to glue on this so I can keep my wrinkles. See, now that I see there's like all that stupid glitter on there, I like really want to get rid of it. Get this paper out of my house. Well, I don't know why. I might have to put some sealant on the paper that has that because it's just a little bit much. All right. Keeping some of the wrinkles in here. I'm not sure if that will show through or not, that little pink label. It might. Got a little overlap here, which is fine and good. Got this other piece here. I don't know, do you guys ever create like this? You just throw stuff together and see what happens? I'm just in one of those moods. I've been looking at my scraps for so long, and I'm just so sick and tired of looking at my scraps. You know what I mean? I think everybody is. There's been quite a few videos on going through their scraps, using up some scraps. I think we want something new. And all our scraps are kind of, you know, they've been sitting around. We've used them. We want something, I don't know, more exciting. Exciting and new. We want the Love Boat. That's what we want. That's the same color. Oh, didn't I have another one of these? It's wrinkled up somewhere. Who's going to find it if it's a wrinkled ball? Here it is. Me. I'm not going to find it if it's a wrinkled ball. I'm not going to find it. I'm not going to find it. And then didn't I have a little piece of purple I pulled off to put in? That's all right. We'll might just gesso the inside and add some sprays and whatnot, I think. Might even do a little gesso on the outside here. Okay, yeah, it is clear. So let's do some gesso that I just put away. I had a card out here earlier. This is just the normal. Oh, maybe in here I could put some of this purple. Or were we doing something with the ducks or not? I'm not sure. This needs to dry before I do my house. I think I'm going to die cut that and get some little birdies or something going throughout. Let's see, where's my fold going to be? About there. So I will put this down the middle here. Just that way it shows on both sides of the page, basically. And I am going to need to either sew this or tape it, because otherwise hey, there's no white bits in there. It's just, oh, good. I mean, I'll probably still sew it. Otherwise, I'll have to do something. I want it wrinkled. Wrinkled is good. Put a piece of this. Finish off that edge right there. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to look. Maybe it'll look like a hot mess when it's done. Maybe it'll be really cool. I don't know. You don't know unless you try stuff. Try stuff. Just try. Try some stuff. Have some fun. Do the things. Ooh, it's here. Just used it not long ago. And have the fun. Part of the fun is just letting go. I know some of you have a hard time with letting go. But do it. And do it. And do it. Just do it. Have some fun. Alright, gesso I think is supposed to act like a glue a little bit too. Alright, I think I'm definitely going to go over the front a little bit with some gesso. Not that much gesso. Just enough so that I can see the wrinkles a little more, partly. Okay, and I think we're going to, I was going to have a pocket. Well, I guess it'll be on the inside now. It's going to be on the outside. We'll see. We'll just, like, make some of the pages. just wipe some off so I didn't get too much on here. I don't want to totally coat it and cover it. I just want to have it randomly on there. It kind of accentuates the wrinkles. That's all I'm going for. Accentuate the wrinkles. Most women want to get rid of those wrinkles, but when it comes to paper, you can go ahead and embrace them. Enamel accents. Let's do a little bit of this in here. We got it. Let's use the pink. Mine as well. Had that out earlier from when I was playing with my new journal and getting some pages that were white and making them not be, or you know, breaking some white pages. But blank pages, they're actually cream. They're not exactly white. Where? There we go. All right, I'm going to let that dry and decide what I want to do next. There may be some sewing involved. But that definitely has to be totally dry before I do any sewing. Let's go ahead and add a little more of this pink. To the outside here. Well, the back is like totally pink now, but that's all right. A little much. And not enough there. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll be back. All right, I received some mail that came in a Tyvek envelope, so I'm using that on the inside here just to give it some strength. And I'm just gonna glue that in, and I'm gonna go dig out my sewing machine. Okay, so I sewed around it, I trimmed my edges, and I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. I also did lines down both sides here, so that when I fold it, it will have both the sewing on the back part. That's still sticky, probably dangerous. It'll have the sewing on the pocket and on the back of the journal. That's what I'm trying to say. Those are the words that are trying to come out of my face. And if I need to trim that off, I will. So I've got a pocket on the back. And there's a bone folder. Actually, I have a bone folder. And I'm going to sew in the signature. I may do more to the cover. But for now, I've got an interesting cover. It's interesting. I may do some stamping and stenciling or something. I want to make sure this is straight though. Alright, and if you want to see somebody do some putting in the signatures, there's lots of people. There's Gail Gustinelli, there's Shell the Rambling Crafter. I've got videos, but it's stressful to do it on screen. So I'm going to do that real quick and then I'll be back. I haven't sewn it in yet. I started doing some inking, stenciling, so I thought I was not sure what the black would do, but I just kind of was like, yeah, maybe a little black would be good, just to tone it down a little bit. And so I got the stencil, so you know, you can have a black heart with this stencil. Get it? Because it's got little hearts all over it. But it also helped to oh, what's the word that I want? You know, bring it all together. Cohesivate, is that a word? The different places. I like the pink and the black is fun. I know that's my sister-in-law's favorite combination, so it's probably somebody else's too. The stencil is not holding up well to all the pressing I'm doing though. I will say. I'm not so impressed with that aspect of this stencil. They're cute stencils. They work great when I'm not pressing so hard. I don't know why I feel like I have to press so hard. I guess I just won't press so hard. And then my stencil can last a little bit longer. Alright, it's a little sticky. Probably not totally dry. And then, and you probably saw this on my desk earlier and were thinking, what in the world? I'm just thinking if I want it with the pieces poked up, or I think I'll do it this way. So I think I'm going to have it going all the, or at least most of the way across the back and just part way on the front, because I might have a focal point that I want to do. So, alright, I'm going to try the art glitter glue and see how that does, because it at least dries clear and not so shiny. So I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna pause so you don't have to watch me put this on all the lines. And I'm probably gonna do a few lines, put it on, do a few, not of Coke, of glue. When I say I'm doing a few lines, don't be mistaken. So what I mean is I'm gonna, what am I putting it on the back mostly? So put it on the back. Like that. Whoops. And then move it. That's it. That's why you use the one that dries clear. And then I'll just keep adding glue until I get all the way around. Hopefully. Okay, so here's what I have so far. There's the cover for the back pocket. And whoops. And then we've got just lots of, I may add something to that to make it a little, it's a kind of red. And I did some crooked pages. I did end up putting the duck in there instead of the green gingham. I got glue on my fingers, sorry. And another crooked page. Water. I did leave the yellow gingham. Another crooked page, which, you know, if you, I'll just do that. Make it a little tuck maybe. And that's, I think I'm going to bend over like that and make it a tuck. And so, yeah. And then I've got somewhere I have some Hello Kitty stickers. And then I've got the ones, you know, Hello Kitty stuff from this book that I cut out. And so that's how I'm going to decorate it. And then if anybody sees that they really would like to have it, just message me on Etsy. My Etsy shop is always linked below. And if right now I don't have any physical products on my Etsy, so if you ever are like, hey, she used to have medallions in her shop, but she doesn't now, just message me. I can make you some, easy peasy. Or if you see a journal I've made, that most of my journals have not sold, sadly. It's sad but true. My journals don't really sell super great. I don't know why. Maybe I need to get less crazy or more crazy. I don't know. Either way, anyway, I might decorate this on film. I might not. No promises. Either way, have a delightful day, everybody. Love you.